All right, it's 7 o'clock. This is the regularly scheduled meeting for the District 375.5 Board of Education. If you couldn't tell, we just finished an exquisite meal of meatball subs from the local sandwich shop while we discussed the exorbitant amount of money we're unnecessarily going to spend on a new tarmac for the parking lot. I'd like to start this meeting by taking roll call. Please note in the minutes that members Brown and Turner could not be here tonight because they didn't feel like it. But they're probably using their district-issued laptops to serve the web as we speak. Keep in mind that all of our current members are Caucasian and do not represent our student demographic whatsoever. Treasurer Johnson.
Here.
Vice Chair Wilson.
Here.
Clerk Anderson.
Here.
Director Gregg.
Here.
Superintendent Davis is also here with us tonight. Student Representative Petrov could not make it, but it doesn't really matter because he doesn't have a voice here anyway. And of course, the chair is here sitting before you. In a chair. First order of business is approving the agenda, but that doesn't really matter because we already know it will be approved. So the second order of business is the goals for our students. Superintendent Davis?
Yes, and I'd like to turn it over to one of my direct reports who gets paid way too much money for what he does, Mr. Moneybags.
Good evening. I'd like to start with...
Could you please turn the mic on? We don't need to hear you, but our bylaws state that we need to have a public record of everything that happens in this room, unless it's part of the closed session, which, let's be honest, everything important is discussed at that point.
Can you hear me now?
No, but go ahead anyway.
Today I'd like to ramble on about a new learning initiative that we're starting. Actually, we started it last month, but have yet to see any results. Because teachability is not a measurable metric, I'm going to bore you with some synthetic evidence that will hopefully convince you my idea is great. Here is my simplistic yet unintelligible data. Any questions?
I'm sorry. Could you clarify what you mean by learning?
Sure. As a rule, I don't tolerate stupid questions, but if they come from a board member, I'd be happy to oblige.
All right, thank you, Mr. Moneybags. Moving on to agenda item 5, subsection C, we now turn to Assistant Superintendent Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. If you'd like, you can also call me the Chief of Staff, second head honcho, or Director of Irrelevancy. In terms of my presentation, I'm now going to explain something that doesn't pertain to any of you, or me for that matter. But we need to look like we're doing something here, right?
Thank you, Smith. I'd ask if anyone has any questions, but there's no audience here besides those that are required to attend, and the board members always ask them questions anyway. You can see our board packet if you'd like to waste more time sitting in the upcoming board meetings. It's my understanding the next time we discuss the hotly debated stadium lights, which, let's face it, are going to be approved regardless. Remember that we brag about accountability despite our own ineptitude. Now I would like to ask for a motion to leave this room until our next stipend paychecks arrive.
So moved. Second.
Aye.
We are all in agreement about the important decision we have made tonight to end this meeting. Board adjourned.
Do you know if there are any leftover meatball subs? My kids are in open enrollment in the neighboring district, and they haven't had dinner yet.
And now I'm looking for a motion to go into closed session to discuss Student Representative Petrov's YouTube channel.